Okay. So this year 10, I, Brennan Carpenter, got 4th place in our tournament. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.
I played Mekk-Knight Punk, a spin on my year 8 deck list. And so yeah, let's get right into it. Shout out DZ, the GOAT.
As always. As always.
So the pretty standard part of this: 3 gear Sue, 3 purple. Sorry, I'm also sick. Sniffling, might cough. It's not my fault, okay? Blame Biden. And then we have 3 blue. And then we're gonna go into the this is pretty standard lineup. I just ran 3 of all the good ones and 1 of the not so good ones. These always come up. So you have to play the yellow. The green didn't come up. The green Mekk-Knight, when you battle, you add 1 from grave to hand. It might have today, but I've never played it, and I just think it's not great. So maybe it is. Who knows? I'm not very good at this deck anyway. So, and then I played the World Armor because I was focusing more on synchros and stuff. So I didn't play the Chalice. I was focusing more on extenders and syncering, and it's level 7, so it works out for stuff. And then the Punk Engine. These ratios don't really make any sense, but I played 2 Foxy, 1 Almond, and 1 Deer Note. The idea is you don't really, I was playing 2 Almond for a while and 1 Foxy, but the idea is opening Almond is really bad. So I just made this another Foxy so then I could summon the Almond from my deck, or this, and then link it off and then have more fodder. Sorry for the sniffling. With that, I played the 3 E-Telling. So this is just like a smaller engine. It was more fun. It was not really, I'm not gonna say it's not as competitive, but these are, when you open these cards in a hand of Mekk-Knights, it's kind of sad when you're going second, especially when you're blinding second. It just made for some really awkward hands. And yeah, but it was really fun. I love the punk stuff, so it was really good. I was very close to playing a Phantom Knight punk list, but I didn't because Phantom Knights are bad, which is a bummer. And then hand traps, I played 3 Ash, 3 Gamma, and then 3 Imperm. I played 9 hand traps. This was 2 Ogre, 2 Veiler for a while, but I felt like I was blinding second and Gamma was pretty good. Also, I wanted another Psychic target that wasn't level 3 for E-Telly if I opened it, it really makes it a lot easier to make Baron, and I thought this was the best hand trap besides Ash because it was also good as my 6th card and in breaking boards. So those are pretty good. I only resolved Gamma like twice. I got Gamma a lot. That was a bummer. It's almost like Aiden just is good or something. And then I played 2 Kaijus. These are actually pretty bad, but in Mekk-Knight, they let you set up columns. And I sided them out almost every single time. But when I drew them, they weren't terrible. They weren't the best, but they weren't terrible, you know? So that's what that is. And then the World Legacy cards, I had to cut memory down to 2. Just because the punk stuff, my deck count was too high. This card's just really awkward sometimes. The 1 Succession and the 1 Key. These all come up. This was honestly cuttable for the 3rd memory potentially, but it came up a couple times and was like not bad. So it was just another name, which is really good. And then more going second cards. 3 Dark Ruler. Talents, which I don't know if that's really a going second card, but this card was really good today, and Lightning Storm was really good today. I didn't play 3 of these because I didn't really want to spend the money on it. Actually, I would probably play 2 anyway because 2 is correct because you want to see it sometimes, but not all the time, so you play 2. And so there you go.
Quality.
I think Farfa said that, so.
I believe it.
And then another card that had to get cut down. I was playing 3 of this, but play 2 because you just don't have a lot of cards. And this list was 45 already, and I had to make some cuts. So that was that. And then extra deck, pretty straightforward. 2 Lib, and then the 1 Morningstar. You make these cards. Lib is so good. Lib is just literally so good. The card's crazy. I'm dying. And then, sorry. I played the 1 Hulk. which was really good. One Almirage, literally just for a card in my side deck. Didn't even have any really other way of making it. And then I played the Unicorn and the Access Code and Appaloosa and Avermax for my last ones. Avermax was great for when I got mined. That was just kind of sat on it for a while. Access Code was pretty good. I think I summoned this like once, and I summoned this a couple times, so all of those were pretty good. And then the Galatea Ding package, this is just good with Girsu. I think I hard made this once, and then I attempted to summon Gear. I used this a couple times. It's not bad. Non-targeting removal is always good. And then Synchro stuff, I played the Ruler and the Formula Synchron. Only summoned Formula Synchron once today. Doesn't really come up a lot. You don't end on Hulk a lot, but I was able to get to these cards a lot, which is pretty good. Baron and Psychic and Punisher. This won me a couple games, and this card's really good. It was really good for me today. So that's the extra deck. Side deck. It did okay. It actually did pretty good. Like my side deck was pretty solid. But I always saw side deck cards with nothing else. So I bricked on side deck cards, even though the side deck cards were good. Oh, sorry. Bronchitis. And then I have 3 Ibly. This card was like okay. Whenever I used it, it was like decent. It was never crazy. I didn't set it in a lot because I was like against Salad, it's really bad, and against a couple other decks, it's just not very good. But in theory, it's pretty good, so it was okay. That was really good. And then I never used this. This just got Gamut all the time. It was crazy. I don't really. Yeah, all the time, dude. It was nuts. But this was pretty good against ABC, and this I only ran 2, so I didn't see it a lot. But when I saw it, there was already a negate on board, so that was kind of a bummer. But these cards were pretty good. And then my theory was that I wasn't sure if people were gonna make me go first or second sometimes when siding, so I wanted to play a card that was decent for both. So I played Chalice because if they make you go first, you have this, it's not bad. But if they just choose to go first and you're going second, this card's also good for turning off stuff. And then I wanted additional back row removal just in case, so I just played the 1 Duster. I didn't really want to play Twin or anything because I'm bad. And then the last cards, because you're going second and when you choose to go first, you need traps. I played 3 Mind Crush and 2 different Dimension Ground. This card was like okay, like wasn't crazy. In theory, it's really cool, but it should probably just be like something else. It was like decent for hitting. I don't even remember what I hit with it, but this card was way better. This card probably shouldn't have swapped if I played 3 of this. This won me my top 6 match against Nathan. Pretty outright, actually. And yeah, if I'd change anything, I'd probably play 3 of that and then 2 Mind Crush. But other than that, deck was solid. Aiden just clasped my cheeks, so that was kind of a bummer, man. But anyway, shout out. That's the deck profile.